Imagine a world without writing, a world where knowledge disappeared when people died. There were no books, no records, and no way to pass on stories or important information. That was how things were for a super long time. Generations lived and died without leaving a trace of their thoughts or achievements. Then, about 5,500 years ago, something big happened in Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Writing was born. This was a revolutionary change. The first writing system we know about came from this area. It was a groundbreaking development in human history. People called Sumerians lived there, and they invented cuneiform. They were pioneers in the field of writing. Cuneiform used wedge shapes pressed into clay tablets. This method was both durable and practical for recording information. At first it was just simple pictures, like drawings of things. These pictographs were the earliest form of writing, but over time it got more complicated. The symbols evolved to represent more abstract concepts. The symbols started to stand for sounds and syllables. This allowed for a more versatile and expressive form of communication. This meant people could write down complicated ideas, business deals, and even stories. It was a way to preserve and transmit knowledge across generations. This was a huge moment in history. The invention of writing transformed human civilization. Now, knowledge could be saved and shared, even after people died. This was the beginning of recorded history, a legacy that continues to this day. Clay was easy to find in Mesopotamia, so it became the main way people wrote. This abundant resource was not only practical but also durable, making it an ideal medium for recording information. They wrote on clay tablets, then baked or dried them in the sun. This process hardened the clay, preserving the writings for future generations to discover and study. These tablets were tough, and many of them survived for thousands of years. Their resilience has provided us with a window into the distant past, offering invaluable insights into early human civilization. They let us see what life was like back then. From daily activities to significant events, these tablets paint a vivid picture of ancient Mesopotamian society. People used the tablets to keep track of business, write down laws, and record what the government did. They were essential tools for administration and governance, but they also used them for something even more amazing: stories. These narratives have captivated readers for millennia. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest stories we know, was written on these tablets. This epic tale has influenced countless works of literature and continues to be studied today. These clay tablets weren't just for business or stories, they were a medium for a wide range of human expression. They showed us what people believed, what they were afraid of, and what they dreamed about. These tablets are a testament to the human spirit and its quest for understanding. They show us the heart of a civilization that disappeared a long time ago. Through these ancient records, we connect with the thoughts, dreams, and lives of people from a bygone era. After many years, people forgot how to read cuneiform. The civilization of Mesopotamia disappeared, leaving only ruins and pieces of their writing. Then, in the 1800s, archaeologists started digging up these pieces, finding thousands of clay tablets buried underground. But there was a problem. Nobody knew what the writing meant. Scholars started studying the wedge shapes, looking for clues. Figuring out cuneiform was a big achievement. It shows how smart people are and how much we want to learn. Thanks to these scholars, we can now understand the history, culture, and beliefs of ancient Mesopotamia. It's like they opened a door to a lost world. As different civilizations came and went, so did the things they used for writing. In ancient Egypt, something new appeared: papyrus. Papyrus came from a plant that grew along the Nile River. It was much lighter and easier to carry than clay tablets. Papyrus became popular everywhere, making it easier to share knowledge over long distances. Changing from clay to papyrus was a big deal. It was like going from something heavy and clunky to something light and easy to use. This change didn't just affect how many people could read and write, it changed the kinds of things people wrote. Because papyrus was lighter and easier to get, people started writing letters, scrolls, and longer stories. The way people wrote changed how they thought and shared ideas. History isn't a perfect story, it's a complex tapestry woven from countless threads, many of which are frayed or missing. It's more like a puzzle with missing pieces, where each fragment holds a clue to a larger picture. Things like papyrus don't last forever, and time destroys things, so we don't have all the answers about the past. The ravages of time, weather, and human activity have left us with only remnants. This means we have to think of history as a conversation, not just a finished story. It's an ongoing dialogue between the past and the present. We have to look at the clues we have, admit when we don't know something, and be ready for new discoveries that might change what we think. Each artifact, each document is a piece of evidence that can reshape our understanding. Just because history is like a puzzle with missing pieces doesn't mean we should give up. Instead, it should inspire us to dig deeper and explore further. It should make us want to ask questions, find connections, and put the pieces together the best we can. The thrill of discovery and the joy of understanding drive us forward. Every new discovery, every piece of writing we understand helps us learn more about the past. Each breakthrough adds a new chapter to our collective story. By learning about the past, we can learn more about ourselves and the world we live in today. Understanding history enriches our present and guides our future.